With crypto prices absolutely booming over the last year, and now the ETF has been approved, there's a lot of new people wanting to FOMO into crypto and gamble their life savings on some Dog coins, or just be really smart and invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Whatever you want to do, that's not my decision. But today we're going to be talking about how you can buy crypto safely, as well as keeping it safe from exchanges, etc. So it used to be the main way that people would buy, obviously, was Binance. But with Binance now facing a lot of legal action, you can't actually deposit using GBP or USD now. So effectively, it's kind of useless for a newbie. Also, it's a very, very technical platform. If you look at it, even I get a bit confused when I first started using it. So I wouldn't really recommend it. It's good if you have crypto already and you can transfer it to Binance, then that's a good way to do it. So first off, we're going to talk about Coinbase. And Coinbase is probably your safest option for buying crypto. It's highly regulated, so they have to abide by the rules of the government, essentially, or the FCA, etc. So they are regulated in that sense. So using them is going to be your best bet for a really safe option. But generally, they do come with quite high fees. So I'm just going to take a look at my Coinbase. I don't hold up too much on here. And essentially, this is just the platform. So super easy. The way you can deposit, you can connect it to your bank, is much more usable when on a mobile. So, it's pretty easy on here, but if you wanted to just deposit your funds, you can just do an easy bank transfer. You connect it to your bank, so you can just put in the amount you want to deposit, go through with that, and then approve it on your bank. It's very, very easy. But once you get a deposit on there, then you can just go to home and you can just pick the coin that you want to buy. So if you were just looking to buy, obviously, Bitcoin, you would just click buy here. You can just put in the amount that you want to buy. Like, it's super easy. And if you just want to sell, you can just basically sell it here. But I don't actually have any Bitcoin. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. So it's a very easy platform to use, especially for newbies. But the downsides of using Coinbase is it comes with really high fees. So you'll notice that they'll take a big chunk. And when you actually do use their platform and you do actually buy something, you'll actually feel a bit of pain as you see the amount of fees that they actually take from you. It's quite crazy. But if you are exchanging more than like 5K a month, you can use their program called Coinbase One. I actually have it here. So I have a subscription, but I've cancelled it because I'm not really buying that much at the moment. And using this, you basically pay £20 a month or whatever equivalent your currency is. And then this will basically just make zero fees. So when you're buying and selling stuff, there is essentially no fees. But it basically has to be like a few grand a month for that actually to be worthwhile using. So, if you are doing it, it's fine. But for a newbie, it's a great start. But if you're buying crypto and they're taking massive fees, you're losing a chunk of what you're actually buying already before you even touch it. So it's probably best to consider other platforms, especially if you're going to take the crypto off the platform, which I'll discuss later. So that's Coinbase essentially. Another one that I like is Kraken. So again, this one's very, very similar. This is just a desktop version. I mostly use it on my mobile, but you can just press deposit cash once you set up an account. Now, all of these platforms ask you to go through a setup, so you have to just verify yourself, use your ID, go through a quiz on just understanding crypto, basically your risk associated with it. You have to answer all the questions, and then once you get approved, you can actually use the platform. So with Kraken, when you do deposit, they have a 72-hour withdrawal block, so you won't be able to withdraw anything for 72 hours. So just keep that in mind. If you're buying and you're setting up and you're looking to move it instantly, you probably won't be able to do that. So it's good to just keep that in mind when doing it. But if I was to deposit some pounds, I would just put it in, say, 100 here. I could choose my bank, and then I would just transfer it to this. Make sure to use your reference, otherwise it won't reach the account. It will get sent back, but you just won't have that money for a few days. So Kraken is great because it has really low fees when compared to Coinbase. The fees are significantly lower, so I use it quite a bit when doing that. Also, it's just a very simple platform to use. They have quite a lot of coins. That's the other thing as well. So depending on what you're looking to buy, Coinbase wouldn't actually support a lot of coins. They have a very limited amount, so you can obviously buy all the main ones, but when it comes to all these shit coins and all the meme coins that you probably might be interested in, then you're very unlikely to find it on Coinbase, whereas Kraken actually has a lot more choice for those, so you can just search through what they have. It's ideal, obviously, if you're trying to buy something directly through these platforms, then it's best to just check what they have before you do use it. Another option is MEXC. I do have an account with them, but I'm not going to get it up. MEXC is really good. It is much more of a technical looking platform, so is a little bit difficult to use if you are a newbie, whereas like Kraken and Coinbase are very, very simple. But Mexi has like very low fees as well, so it's a great platform to use, and they have way more coins. But the most important thing about Coinbase and Kraken as well is that when you're looking to send your crypto somewhere, Coinbase only operates on the ERC chain, which the fees are actually higher on the ERC chain. And this is essentially where you're sending your crypto to and how that is basically sent. So the ERC chain is the Ethereum network. So if you're sending the coin over the Ethereum network, it's going to be more expensive than if you're sending it over something like the Tron network or the Optimism, etc. network. There's a few networks that you can use. So the next point is self-custodian of your crypto. There is a popular saying in crypto, and not your keys, not your crypto. And that basically means that if you leave it on these exchanges, like Kraken, for example, which is not regulated whatsoever, you are at risk if this exchange goes down of losing all your money. So just note that leaving money on these exchanges is not advised. It's best to get a self-custodial wallet, and a good option for newbies is MetaMask. And MetaMask actually has some really good integrations with other platforms, so you can actually connect your wallet online and you can just trade on those platforms as well or buy things. So I actually have MetaMask here. I don't hold too much on it. So this is what I have on the base network. So you can add your networks if you were to be sending on different things. So these are the coins I have. And essentially how to send it on different networks. If you're on Kraken, so you've just bought on Kraken, right? And then you are like, okay, I'm actually just going to withdraw it. You could choose the coin that you're going to withdraw. So if I was withdrawing Tether, so I can actually choose the network that I'm going to send it on, and I can actually choose these. So Ethereum is obviously the most expensive. You've got Optimism, Polygon, Solana, Tron. And then on Coinbase, you can actually do the same now, which is a fairly new thing, which is pretty good. And you can see the fees here, right? So you've got Ethereum, $1.26, and then all of these are like much, much cheaper. I usually use Optimism, or Coinbase's actual network now is Base. So this is one that's made by them, which I think is going to have a big rise as people move to the Base network. And how you would send that what you're receiving, because obviously that's the estimated fee depending on what you are sending. So if you are sending quite a lot, that fee is going to be massively inflated, so you're going to be losing a lot of money. But if you were to receive it to MetaMask and you wanted to send your Ethereum over the Base network, you would just choose Base and then you would be able to do it. But to do it with Coinbase, you actually have to have that self-custodial wallet. So that's another option to use if you're looking for a wallet. I don't really use it, but I know a few people that do, and they say it's pretty good, but you have to send your crypto to your Coinbase wallet. So you have to then set that up, send it to the Coinbase wallet, and then you can send it on whatever network you do. If you do send it to a Coinbase wallet, then your crypto is safe. So if Coinbase did go down, which I don't think it will, unlike Kraken potentially, then you are actually safe because it's a self-custodial wallet. But you can send it on the network. So you choose the network. Obviously, if you were sending to MetaMask, you would have to add the network, and then you would obviously you would just copy this to the clipboard. Obviously, this on the Base network. So I would be receiving on Base. I would be sending on Base. And then if I had money in my Coinbase wallet, another way that you can actually buy cryptos, if you don't see any of the coins on Kraken or Coinbase, especially if the coin is like some shitty meme coin that nobody has really known about yet, and it's not really listed on the exchanges, which often happens, especially if you're trying to buy really low market cap stuff. And that's another thing to think about. So I did a video about this, about liquidity. So if you're buying really small market cap coins and you're buying a fair bit, you can really affect the price. So if you're buying, say, 1,000 at 10, by the time that order actually fills, it can go up. So I talked about that on another video, how to avoid the price going up when you are buying, so you can make sure that you fill your order at the price that you want to buy at. But anyway, so you can also use SushiSwap. So once you have a MetaMask, and if you are setting up a MetaMask, make sure to get your private keys. So you go into settings, security and privacy, reveal secret recovery phase. Make sure you take this, write this down somewhere on a piece of paper, somewhere that's very, very safe, that will never be found, because this is a very secret key. If you ever lose your laptop or you delete all your data for some reason, then you wouldn't be able to get your MetaMask back without this recovery phase. So just making sure that you have that. But I do recommend MetaMask. It's a good wallet and it's very, very easy to use, and it integrates with a lot of things. So if you want to buy these random shit coins, then SushiSwap is actually very good. So you can just connect your MetaMask wallet, which I have done here. You can choose the network that you want to do. So I wanted to just buy a random coin. Say I wanted to buy Toshi. I could then swap my ETH on the base network. For that, you can do cross-chain swaps if you want, which is again a new feature that they have, which is pretty cool. So you can swap if you have it on a different network, and then you can also choose what you're trying to buy. It's good to have a slippage of 3.1% if you are buying like random shit coins. But yeah, that's essentially how you can buy multiple cryptos, and obviously what platforms to use. Just making sure you stay safe and keep your money on a self-custodial wallet. Otherwise, you do risk losing your money, and don't even get comfortable about this, because there was multiple exchanges that went down, like Celsius, FTX, and people lost a lot of money just because they held it on exchange. And I was actually one of them. And I didn't really read the room when the Celsius went down. I just kind of kept my money in FTX because it seemed like the golden platform and it seemed like it would never go down. But I did actually lose a lot of money on it just because I was careless. So do not make that same mistake, and do not keep your money on exchanges. Keep them in a self-custodial wallet like MetaMask, Coinbase Wallet, or Exodus is pretty good. But yeah, just make sure you stay safe out there. Reduce the amount of fees that you can whilst buying and whilst moving your crypto. Otherwise, you're just going to lose a lot of money when buying and selling or moving your crypto. That it just kind of starts to hurt, especially if doing a lot of trading. And if anyone ever asks you for your secret recovery phase, just run away or just like close, because they are literally looking to scam you and they will probably steal all your crypto. So I hope this was helpful in people getting started out in crypto. It is quite daunting, especially if you're like finding all these chains, all these coins, all these exchanges. You don't really know what's going on. But if you did like this video, please support me and like and subscribe. Thanks.